And those that I haven't seen for years together, I see them today here. And the reason being the person whom we want to pay homage, we want to remember him. And I feel sad that we don't remember our benefactors, our mentors, people who served this land very frequently. Nevertheless, today is the occasion to celebrate the man who was a visionary. How was he visionary? When Dr. Ayub Sheikh was asking me and he told you some of the dialogues, I can't forget that moment when I was interviewed by him. And that too, like Sayid Ghulam Mustafa Shah, only his name I have heard. And there was a full selection board, and I was called. That was year 73. And he himself was MA in political science, and he was asking me the questions from the course, which half of it was forgotten as usual. You know, when you read your text, your syllabus, you don't remember these things. But then he asked so many other things, and the board asked. And I feel proud that I was selected by the man who actually believed in merit, and this gave me a lot of satisfaction. Why we would remember Sayid Ghulam Mustafa Shah? I had very much, quite a closeness with him. He being the Vice Chancellor, he being the Education Minister, again he turned as a politician. Maybe he turned as a politician, but he remained educationist all along his life. My closeness with him, knowing him, was quite later part when he left Sindh University as Vice Chancellor. And I kept on meeting him when I became the secretary with the Sindh government, and it was Benazir Bhutto Sahiba's days. And he was the federal minister for education. So whenever he used to come to Karachi, he had a meeting with me on many issues like education, women, was actually became necessary. What I saw in him, that though on his face he looked very stern, robe waro manu huyo, ne je samu ko galhai na sakando, une samu केर भी है बाबा. साईं गुलाम मुस्तफा शाह जो हिकड़ो कड़को जेको हो, so माण्हुनि खे ड्रेजा ॾियण लाइ काफ़ी हुयो. But deep down inside his heart, he was such a soft man. He believed in humanity. He believed in so many things. He was friend of the youngsters. Nobody would believe this. That the young people, he wanted to see the young generation of Sindh emerge as successors. A successful generation, look forward to, compete with other nations, compete with other people. And for that he was creating the environment in university so that the young generation of Sindh should reach where he wanted them to be, to compete with the rest of the world. What Ejaz Qureshi told you, it is just not the construction of anything. Construction of the building is something which anybody can do. But it was the vision behind the construction that actually meant something. It was to create the environment, the creative environment that could bring the people and the youngsters to have the peaceful environment, to go study, sit in the central library, which is situated at a very strategic place. When you enter into Sindh University, you take the straight road, and all you see is a huge building, which is the central library. Publications, research, university, they should have all these researches done at their end. Why can't they have this? Why Sirajul Memon's family has to arrange everything for him? Where is Pir Samuddin Rashdi? Why we have forgotten him? Why Pir Ali Muhammad Shah Rashdi is not being remembered? Why Ibrahim Joyo's, we completed centenary, and we, celebrated him while he was alive. Thank God he was alive, and he saw how people still loved him. We did the same thing with Shamshirul Haidari in his life. We need to give respect. We need to remember our people. We need to show them that we love you. So today, Shah Sahab, we remember you with all the respects, with love and respect for you.